Hello. The end of my last review, I showed a little head. It's like, oh, who can guess this? Thought it'd be like really difficult for the people who don't actually comment on my videos. But no. I was cut out in the very first message, so that was. Cheers for that one. Thought I was trying to be all clever and stuff, but apparently the guy literally had it on the desk in front of him, so it was obvious to him what it was. A guy called. Bear in mind, I don't know how this is pronounced. It's Balicious. It's like Balou. Hang on. You know what? I haven't read it before I did this review. That probably would have helped. Balucous, something like that. So it's like Balocious. Or I'm sure he'll tell me. He's also got a couple of plans. Apparently, he, being the legendary genius that he is, has worked out a way to put in the upper arm swivel, and he's going to take some pictures and show me those, because I don't want to break mine. So, kudos to Balicious, whatever you want to call yourself. That's the problem with only having text dialogue, isn't it? You don't know how to pronounce each other's names. But he did catch me out, and there's this figure that I need to review before I stopped. So I can stop talking rubbish. Hooray! Ta-da! Beast Wars, basic class, back in the day. Basic class, Razorclaw. Beautiful figure. Beautiful. And it is this little crab. Crab. I'm not sure what specific type of crab it is. It's the one where they've got one massive claw and one little claw. I don't know. I'm not a flipping crab specialist. Never had them before in my life. And yeah, apparently this is the correct transformation, because he also pointed out that people keep transforming it wrong, and the way he pointed out was in fact the way I used to do it as a kid, because I think that might have been how the instructions said, I can't remember. But this is apparently the correct transformation, with the little pincher things at the front here. So it's like little, so he can feed himself jobs. Rather than have most people have them, which is sticking out the back. Which I might show you in a minute, just, to show you the difference. And he's a neat little guy, he's kind of cool. And, you can open up his other claw. And his little action gimmick, because they've all got to have action gimmicks, is there's that little orange lever there. And it gives him claws inside his pincer. Just in case he can't grip you hard enough anyway, he's now got claws that are serrated on the inside. So you cannot escape. If he gets hold of you, you're stuck. You are not going anywhere. That's awesome. Incredibly brutal, but awesome. Do like that. And, yeah. The mouth opens and closes. Can you see that? There. Look. He's got his little things that do open and close a bit. Click, click. Because why not? So yeah, he's quite a cool little guy. He is. He's a really cool little guy. And now to show you how he transforms incorrectly. Right. What most people do is basically they just get the legs like this, because these are the robot mode legs. You can tell it's quite obvious. And what I believe the old instructions used to do was basically tell you to leave them like that. And that's what it told you to do. I'm pretty confident. I haven't seen the instructions for 20 years, something like that. It's quite an old figure when you think about it. But I seem to recall that's what they said. But no, according to my main man, Balicious, whatever it's called, Baloo. Not the Jungle. Is the Jungle Book? Yeah, it's not the Jungle Book. We're not doing that. But yeah, so they're actually supposed to be off being the little pinches on the mouth, which makes a lot more sense now I'm an adult. And I can, use thoughts and thinking and whatnot. So anyway, we fold this piece down, which is the integral part of the transformation. And then you move the legs from whichever position, because they should be like up there. But, fine. Bring the legs, straighten them down at the bottom, open up the feet. Haha. So bring it down, blah blah blah, open the feet. Haha. And then you bring these in slightly just so they don't get in the way. And you fold these panels up. Okay? They just hinge straight up. And fold these back out of the way. Bring the arms down. And then pull the head slightly up. There you go. I thought I was going to pop it off then. And that's his robot mode. It's quite slim. It's quite, smart. It's quite well made. And he's got two big claw pincy hands. He's got kind of little wing bits here. And the lighting doesn't seem to be showing him off very well. That seems a bit better. I say lighting. I've got a house lamp, like big spotlight one. And I'm just pointing at that. That's my lighting. You may have been able to guess that because my light's terrible. We've got a little rub sign there. Wee Predacon. Because he's a Predacon if you hadn't worked that out. The only slight drawback is he's got the legs sticking out the back, which isn't a big deal. Then there's this part, which basically holds half the transformation together, like keeping the legs in place and all that. That just hangs off the back, like a little weird bum tail thing. I was never keen on that bit, but it works. Now again, you can still do the awesome claw gimmick here. That's cool. But possibly my favourite part about this whole guy is you get this claw and you fold it back. He's got a built-in laser in one of his claws. I know like Scorponok did the same sort of thing, but that's awesome. Look at that. Clink. And yeah, you can deploy it in, crab mode, but why would you? Crabs don't have lasers. Silly rabbit. But yeah, he's awesome. He's one of the guys I had when I was younger, and I broke because I was an idiot child. And then I put him to one side, hid him in a box somewhere, and pretended I didn't have him. Because, that's how I dealt with things when I was a kid, because I was stupid. And what I basically did was this blue hinge piece here for this, I basically somehow managed to twist this all the way down, snap that out, and then this was off. But fortunately I had the blue piece that I pinned into. I had all the parts. They were in the same place. I just never fixed it because I was an idiot kid. So I had to find all the bits, which were all right next to each other, fortunately. I somehow shoehorned it back in because I had to force the pin into there with the piece in place, and it was a nightmare. Glued it all solid. This still moves. Fantastic. But then because there was glue inside, it made this slight little dip for the head incredibly tight. So I had to use, where is it? A really robust paperclip, bend the end over and use that, pop the head out, shove that in the hole for the ball joint, and use that to force it up and down a few times until it... Because I'm an idiot, sorry, there you go. And then, because it was tighter, the head kept popping off, so that's why I was putting some super glue around the ball joint. I have floor polished a couple of these joints, but whatever. Size comparison. Combiner Wars Hot Rod. RID Megatron. I don't feel like I really need to do a size comparison on this guy. He's a basic class transformer. They were like £6-7, something like that, if I remember rightly, when they first came out. Deluxes were 10, Megas I think were 20, and the Ultras were like 30 or something, I can't remember. That's what they were like way back in the day. Now, one thing that's always slightly irritated me with this guy, and it's a very petty thing, but I might be able to fix it now, is the paint on this side. He's got like a claw by his mouth. There's loads of that. But on this one, it seems really little. So when you look at him, half his cheek's silver there, and then there's only a streak there. And then his mouth isn't fully painted. So it just seems like all the silver's on this side. It just looks really out of place. So I might touch that up just to, just to fix it a bit. Because it just makes his face look lopsided, which is a shame because he's awesome. Oh yeah, ball joint, ball joint, ball joint, ball joint, ball joint, hinge. All the articulation, because back in the day you didn't have to worry about that because they were awesome. Anyway, this is a 10-minute review on a tiny little figure. Not sure how I've pulled that off, but I have. I'm going to leave it there. It's too... no, I'm sorry, I've had enough. So, I should be ugly, I should be wretched. I shall see all of you in the next one with, more oversized Combiner Wars figures. Because, yeah. Bye-bye! I give up on this one.